Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing a review of the Oral-B Super Floss, which is this box right here. For those of you that follow my channel, you may recall that I had Invisalign for about 2 years where I used the aligners on a regular basis. I'm at the point that I no longer use the aligners, but I use a retainer on my top teeth during the day as well as a separate retainer on the bottom teeth during night. Additionally, my orthodontist put a brace or bridge kind of behind the back of my bottom teeth. And so what I've noticed since that time period of having the bridge is it's very difficult to floss underneath the bridge and get in between it. I've tried different kind of products on the market, and what I found is the Super Floss by Oral-B is absolutely the best product from my experience so far. And so what we'll do in this video is we'll just show you what it looks like, the packaging, kind of what the actual floss is. Then I'll walk through how to use it and why I think it's a little bit better than other products. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing this, I'll show you links below for where you can find it on Amazon. Okay, so before we discuss the Super Floss and why I think it's the best product for flossing between your teeth as far as bridges, we'll discuss the other products that I tried out prior to this. First off was the Gum Easy Through, which was a floss feeder. This is going to be similar to the Super Floss when we show you it, but basically this is going to be a piece that you basically has a loop on one end like this, and then a single kind of strand here that's like a stiffer plastic as compared to traditional floss. And so what you can do is you can feed this through like a needle and a thread, where you basically loop this directly through loop the traditional floss through this loop, and then you'll feed this through the front of your teeth and then pull this all the way through so that you can use traditional floss. The issue with this is, what at least from my experience, was by doubling up the floss like this, sometimes it doesn't feed really well between your teeth. Additionally, when you use it, it kind of gets caught between your teeth a little bit too much, where I'm worried about either it snagging on the bridge itself or potentially damaging it. And so it was just kind of cumbersome to kind of have to feed this through and use it. And so the other thing that they gave me or had me try out was these. I don't know what exactly these are called, but basically they are, I think that I don't even have any branding. I think it's just what they give you, but basically it's like a silicone feeder that feeds between the teeth like this, and you can rub it in between the teeth. I found that this just wasn't really as effective for cleaning. You can slide it up and down, but it just doesn't clean as well as traditional floss does, and so I just didn't end up using it. And so after trying those two out, I kind of just went to Target one day, went to the dental aisle and was like, hey, what other options are available? And I actually came across the Super Floss. And so Super Floss I got from Target for, I think it was like $4 for this box. But if you go on Amazon, you can actually get 6 of these boxes of 50 counts or 50 strands for $16.75, which comes out to 6 cents per strand. So it's way more affordable on Amazon as compared to buying it in the store. But this is the box it comes in. Basically, I'll just rip it out or show you the packet or show you the actual floss so you can get an idea of how it works. But basically, this combines your traditional floss with a floss feeder. And so it's hard with the background, but basically on one end here is going to be a floss feeder, very similar to what I just showed you, and you'll feed this in between your teeth, and then you can just use the rest of this strand to floss in the traditional sense. And so you basically just floss your normal way, and it's got this nice convenient harder plastic component that allows you to feed it directly through the teeth. As you can tell, some of these strands, the one thing that I'll complain about is some of these strands come out frayed like this, where very similar when you're like threading a needle or like or whatever, you'll have to cut this at times, where you'll have to get it to like a stiffer component so that it can floss or you can slide it more easily through your teeth. So that's the biggest complaint I have about this. Otherwise, this seems to be the best thing on the market as far as getting in between the bridges and things like that. And so what I'll do now is I'll just set up the camera, try to show you what I mean by this and how to use it, so those of you at home can check this out. But definitely look into this if you're in a similar situation, because I've struggled with this, and from what I can tell, this is the best product that I've found. Okay, so here's the Super Floss. It might be easier to see with the background here, but basically there's a component here that's a floss threader, which is a little bit stiffer material that you'll feed between your teeth. Then there's a section probably about 8 centimeters or so, which is more of like this pliable floss that I think the reason why you do that or use that is it kind of doesn't get caught on retainers or bridges as much. So it's just a different, softer material. So that might be the rationale. And then there's a component that's a traditional floss like you typically use. And so you won't be able to see it on camera, but basically below these teeth right here, I have a bridge where if I try to floss in the traditional sense, you can hit the top teeth but can't get below the bridge because it blocks the bottom. And so in order to get below that, you have to use a floss threader. And so the Super Floss, the convenience of this is that it's like got this built-in threader. It might be hard to do on camera. I always struggle with this, but give me 1 second. But you basically grab the end like this and slide it in between your teeth, slid between, and if you see, it's now below the bridge and at the gum line, so that basically I can now floss between where the bridge is and the gum line. So it's always a struggle using this, but from what I can tell, the Super Floss is the best thing that I've found as far as threading like this. It's very cheap, it's very affordable, it's very convenient. You just have to struggle with getting through every individual teeth every single time you floss. But that's from my personal experience kind of the best thing that I've had. And for those of you that are watching, if you have other options that are better, please let me know, because I've struggled with this. But definitely check out the Oral-B Super Floss if you're in a similar situation with Invisalign, retainers, or braces or things like that, because it is a struggle, it is a pain, but this is, from what I can tell, the best product that's on the market, at least from my experience. So as always, thanks for watching. If you have questions, comments, post them below, and definitely check out Super Floss on Amazon if you're gonna purchase it, because it's only $16 for a pack of 6 of these. So that's like 300 flossers, which will last a good long time, almost a year if you floss once a day, or 3/4 of a year at least. So thanks for watching and have a great day.